Welcome to Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel, your go-to resource for everything manufactured housing.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today, we are looking at the crucial differences between manufactured and modular homes, and this is all based on our latest research at mobilehomefriend.com. You know, it's so easy to get all these terms mixed up. Trailer, mobile home, manufactured, modular. What do they all mean? So today, we're going to give you a clear, simple breakdown to help you make a really informed decision. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get the names straight. Then we'll jump to a pivotal moment in housing history, compare how these homes are actually built and secured, and finally break down what it all means for your wallet and where you can live. Okay, let's dive right into this. First up, the names. Believe it or not, the names themselves tell a whole story about how these homes have evolved over the years. So way back when, you had trailers, and they were truly portable. We're talking lightweight, not a lot of insulation, built to be moved around easily. But as they started getting bigger and, well, a lot harder to move, the term mobile home took over, describing these larger homes that were built before a major rule change. And that right there brings us to probably the single most important date you need to remember in this whole conversation: 1976. This year changed everything. Think about it like this. Before 1976, it was kind of the Wild West. There were no national standards for quality or safety. But after June 15th, 1976, everything changed. The federal government introduced the HUD code, and that kicked off the era of the modern manufactured home. Okay, so what's the big deal about the HUD code? Well, the most important thing to get from this is that it's a single national standard. This one fact is what separates a modern manufactured home from everything that came before it. And, as we're about to see, from modular homes too. Okay, so they're both built in a factory, right? But, and this is a big but, the rules they have to follow are completely different. As we've noted on the Mobile Home Friend website, this is where their paths really start to split. And here it is, the fundamental difference. A manufactured home, it's built to one federal code that works for the entire country. But a modular home, it's got to meet all the specific local building codes of its final destination, just like the traditional house built right next door. And this next point really shows you a core physical difference. That steel frame on a manufactured home, it's permanent. It's part of the home structure forever. But for a modular home, that carrier it's on, that's just its ride to the site. It gets taken away as soon as the home is placed. And because of that structure, how they get delivered is totally different. A manufactured home literally gets wheeled into place on its own axles. Modular sections, though, they show up on a flatbed truck and get lifted into place by a huge crane. That's actually what allows for all those complex, multi-story designs you see sometimes. All right, so once they're on site, how they actually connect to the ground is another huge difference. And this really gets to the heart of it. A modular home is placed on a permanent foundation, think a crawl space or even a full basement, and becomes part of it. Legally speaking, it becomes real estate. A manufactured home, on the other hand, is anchored down super securely with tie-downs, but it rests on piers. It's not permanently part of the foundation in the same way. Okay, so we've geeked out on all the technical stuff. But what does all this actually mean for you as a buyer? What's the bottom line? This table really summarizes the whole thing. Look, manufactured homes are an incredible option for affordability, but that can come with some hurdles for financing and zoning. Modular homes, they're treated just like a site-built home in pretty much every single way, from getting a mortgage to where you can put them. But their cost usually reflects that. If you want the full technical breakdown here, you should definitely check out the post on mobilehomefriend.com. So let's say you're just driving around. How can you tell them apart? Well, here are the quick visual clues. Look for that small metal HUD tag on the outside. Check the roof. Is it a lower pitch? That's to help with transport. And look underneath. Do you see skirting or do you see a permanent foundation? Those are the dead giveaways for a manufactured home. A modular? Honestly, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell it apart from its site-built neighbors. And really, this quote from the site says it all. At the end of the day, it's all about one idea: permanence. One is designed to be anchored to the ground, while the other is designed to be a permanent part of the land itself. So which one is better? Well, there's no single answer, right? It totally depends on what you're looking for. Manufactured homes offer just incredible value and are, frankly, a cornerstone of affordable housing in this country. Modular homes, they offer the quality, the design flexibility, and all the financing perks of a site-built home, but often with a way faster construction time. So, really, it all boils down to this one question. Does the affordability of a manufactured home outweigh the flexibility you get with a traditional home loan and location from modular home? That's something only you can answer for your own situation. Thanks for watching. For more guides and the full article on this topic, head over to mobilehomefriend.com. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomeframe.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.